Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news-making headlines today. President Lee Jae-myung was officially welcomed by his Turkish counterpart on Monday at the presidential palace in Ankara for a two-day state visit. President Lee is the first South Korean leader in 13 years to travel to Türkiye for a state visit. And cooperation on the defense industry, nuclear energy, and biohealth topped the agenda. Other areas of focus were cooperation on infrastructure, AI, and culture, as well as the resumption of a joint economic committee between the two countries. Regional security was also addressed. Lee vowed to bolster Korea's humanitarian assistance to help resolve issues regarding Syrian refugees in Turkey. Consumer sentiment has climbed to its highest level in 8 years. According to the Bank of Korea's latest consumer survey released on Tuesday, the composite consumer sentiment index for November rose to 112.4, up 2.6 points from October. The index had declined for 2 straight months in September and October, but rebounded in November, reaching its strongest level since November 2017. A Bank of Korea official said the improvement reflects optimism following the Korea-US tariff agreement and stronger than expected third-quarter GDP growth. In other news, South Korea and 43 other countries are calling for urgent and coordinated action to combat technology-facilitated human trafficking, warning that online scam networks are worsening global human rights and humanitarian challenges. In a joint statement delivered at the United Nations in New York on Monday, South Korean Ambassador Ta Ji-hoon said traffickers are increasingly exploiting conflict, economic hardship, and digital platforms to expand their operations. The statement also said victims are subjected to forced labor, sexual exploitation, and other abuses. Seoul led the initiative, following reports of online fraud schemes in Cambodia that targeted Korean nationals. On Wall Street, tech giants powered a market rebound on Monday local time, as U.S. policymakers raised expectations of a rate cut in December. The Nasdaq rose 2.7%, its strongest gain since May, while the S&P 500 advanced more than 1.5%. Alphabet jumped over 5%, surpassing $300 for the first time. Tesla surged roughly 7% on a bullish analyst call and progress on its in-house AI chips, while Nvidia added about 2% as traders monitored a decision over the potential export of the company's H200 AI chip to China. U.S. Fed Governor Christopher Waller joined New York Fed President John Williams, a close ally of Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, in reinforcing expectations for a December rate cut due to labor market weakness. Following Sunday's meeting in Geneva, U.S. and Ukrainian officials say they have now reworked their original peace proposal into what both sides describe as a refined framework. The White House says only a couple of disagreements remain, while Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said Monday the updated plan now includes correct elements and that the list of steps to end the war has become more workable. He stressed that the most sensitive issues, including long-term security guarantees, will be handled directly with Washington. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.